Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and we are here for Dragon Quest One. Previously, we made our way to Rimmildar. We pushed a little further. We found an old friend in Robin Hood, and found a number of things that aren't a part of other versions of One. The Warlock of Dorlocks, who we're currently working with to get a new key. So let's jump on in and follow up on our previous adventures. The last thing we did was die. We got a little bit of a beatdown from a big armor protecting a smaller armor down in Dabdara. So we have half our money. But yeah, we can see our current... We actually have a couple reasons why we're heading over to the Dwarven caves. We talked to the Fae, who basically said, hey, you should go have a talk with the dwarves. We're looking to try to summon Rubus back. But this should be a big helper. And unrelatedly, we also talked with the Warlock of Dorlocks, who wants some assistance from the dwarves in crafting a key that doesn't break when you use it once. So, all signs point to the dwarves. Pull up the world map, zoom on the world map. Oh, that's zoom, not zoom in. So down here is this cave that's supposedly the dwarves. We went and got the beatdown happened to us over here. We're gonna leave this side for later. We can see there's a lot more over here. Some sort of abbot down here, markings down in the west, and of course Cantillon. And some unknown place up here. I don't know what this is. But yeah, it's questing. Today is Wednesday. We're here to quest. I'm gonna go grab my money out of the bank. I put my money in the bank knowing that we were gonna go get Crush going south. Thine account currently lieth empty. We're good. What are we sitting on right now? We got the fairy foil, which is a big thing. This has a use that is buff. We've also gotten a nice new boomerang that we have to swap between. So, did you ever do any of the Stranger of Paradise DLC? Not much, no. A little bit of, one of them, I think. Like very little. I watched a friend of mine play a good chunk of it. Because there's the Bahama one, the Greg one, and the 2 one. Alright. So we're gonna head over here and head south from Rimmildar. You can see Dabdara, we don't want to go there right now. This kind of gives us an idea. The sorting on here gives me an idea of like how things are like ordered. Not 100%, but yeah. Up to the Greg one, found a friend skeleton. Jack's comment was, it's just a corpse. Good. My favorite thing that I've seen in the DLC is the encounter at the start of the last one, the FF2 one, which just has some perfect Jack dialogue. him meeting the Emperor for the first time. Alright. So let's head on south. Okay, so we came through the west side here on this map. So, like, this is investigated territory-ish. I think we just check out this area. Maybe go a little north and then head down to this cave. We're not gonna head down to the Rain Shrine quite yet. We could. Indeed, there's much to look forward to. Stranger in Paradise was such an enjoyable title. I saw, very recently, I saw that the Square, I think it was like, they used to do this, like, I mean, for a while they were doing, like, hey, who's your favorite white mage? Or whatnot. And, getting to see them do that again in, like, the last 2 weeks was very funny. Okay, these are all standalones. Let's get the... Oh, that doesn't get the armor out of here. We're in a position, huh? Put that edge boomerang and attack. Okay.
Not today.
Well, you're weak to this. Let's get you out of here. Okay.
May thy blood run cold.
You were weak to it, but you still, like, took small reduced damage to it. Okay. Heal up. Check the sign. Cave. Adventures in Cave. I'm gonna check this east side here quick. Kind of head up this east shore and see if there's any goodies. Places to stop. Bull Mastiff. How good is Edge Boomerang in a fight like this? Decent, 40. Yeah, okay. We gotta play safe. But yeah, so we're gonna go down to this cave and go have Ooh, level 17, nice. What sort of new stuff do we get at 2 HP, oh, whatever. 5 strength is a lot better, though. Ooh, that is a game changer in fight. That allows us to be able to heal major wounds in a fight rather than healing like 30. Okay, it looks like we're kind of empty on this side. Let's head south again. We'll stay on the shore. But yeah, that is 75. Okay. I like this wording more. I suppose if these scale with wisdom, if those are scaling rather than just terrifying. Are you double acting? Yeah, you're double acting. Okay. Equip back fairy foil and just punch you. Or not. Okay. Dang, multiple enemies and multiple actions. That gets terrifying quick. That committed to memory. Got it memorized. You get bonked by... In a fight like this, where there's only 2 or 3 normal enemies, I'm like... Taking off the turn to buff, I think, is slower than just killing. Because most of these enemies are dead in 1 or 2. Say, like, but, like, once we're in fights with... Oh. I did not see that at all. Well, it's time for a Slash snack. The fights we were having over in Dumdara would be ones where it's a lot more useful to be buffing in the sense that those enemies were hitting for, like, 30, 40. I did not see those, but I did see the prompt for it. Can I rotate the camera? No. But yeah, like these, if I hit them with the edge boomerang twice, that ends the fight. I know they've got sap and... Oh god, I'm always scared when somebody uses snooze.
Not today.
Snooze users. I'm very so, I have to say, this is the first time in a long time I have felt that the spells coming out of equipment has been like a really useful thing to see. In a lot of Dragon Quest titles, you have access to, you know, sizzle on a staff or something like that. And a lot of those, not all, usually the healing ones have a lot more value, like the shield that casts mid-heal. That's why I can't say all of them. But, like, they're usually not that effective, either because you just have better options, or in some games, spells that come out of items are just half effectiveness. When that's the case, it's just like, alright, I don't care about using staff that casts bang for 8 damage or whatever. But there are a number where it has been effective. Again, the shield that casts mid-heal. Yeah, 2 Game Boy Color is the one I'm thinking of with the shield that casts mid-heal. And being able to, like, give spells out to different characters who don't necessarily have those sorts of abilities to them. But also, the healing stuff has been real. Flame Claw. The Flame Claw has been a pretty real usable item over the games we've played. But, like, this is specifically a move we don't have. And so it makes it, all of a sudden, a brand new added thing to the repertoire rather than a replacement. That's too many skeletons. Okay, we can get rid of...
Let the fire consume.
What? Yeah, and it also makes sense, like, from a resource perspective when we only have one character, too. That it's like, oh, this is something that, like, drastically changes things. Alright, let's head into a cave. Oh, okay. If you can't beat them, run. The important part here is that second line. Even if you don't flee at first, attempting to escape may cause the enemy to do less on their next turn. That is something we've seen when we were running earlier, but more importantly, sort of matches the idea of how fleeing worked in earlier titles. When we were playing Dragon Quest III, the way flee worked is that every time you tried to flee, it upped the chance of success until it was guaranteed, I think on the 4th. Pays to keep a supply of medical herbs and a spare weapon on your person. I like that it specifically calls out, hey, perhaps armor is a good investment. So, okay, that door there and all the doors in here mean that we have to do this after we did Thief Key time, right? We cannot come here. Notes for treasure, please. Without that thief key. And we don't have Snoop to be able to find... Ooh. Ooh, okay. Untouchable door. Skeleton soldier. Where's the skeleton? Okay. But yeah, so we have to have come here, you know, after the key, at least. Is this second or third? That's a good question. It's certainly one of them. Yeah, we've got different skeletons available to us. Let's see, this goes down. The fights in here are kind of matching what we saw outside. Iron Scorpion, skeletons, things like that. Smaller numbers. You ever feel like you're just like tripping over words? Alright. Nine on this level too, god dang. Alright. Like in a tongue twister sort of way where like I'm... Ant guzzlers. Okay, 3 of them. Let's hit you with a boomerang. You're double acting too, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Enemies double acting on top of being multiple enemies. We're pushing the bar. It's good. That's a good thing to me. Ooh, a lot of barrels. Oak club. Okay. Fur vest. And a ton to pay. Is that our... Ooh. A warm little number that reduces damage from fire and ice attacks. So, okay. We have... Oh, right, we had the cloak on because of our fight with the armor. We have this that's fire and ice. We have the garish garb, which is our best defense. And then we have the cloak of evasion, which is dodgy. So... Well, you can see this is definitely a mine. We got a lot of metal mined out. We got a lot of pickaxes around. Oh! We have a thorn whip, too. Good to note. For groups that are groups rather than individual enemies. Yeah, the attention to pay is... Defending is the only option. We've got 2. We could double up. Not that I'd want to, but we could. Alright, let's head east. The only way down is right there. Actually, that might be up, now that I think about it. A Scarewolf. I do really like that we get to see our equipment change. The whip, the fairy foil. So, like, it's easy to tell from a quick glance, like, if I have my boomerang ready. You know, I can just see right there. Or I can see the whip. Like, that's really nice, especially when I am swapping in and out like this. Yeah, sure. It's another layer so that I don't, like, accidentally forget my boomerang on or something like that. Yeah, let's back up. Okay. Goodies this way? Ladder? No goodies this way. Okay. We don't quite have the one shot. We have skeleton into red. I'm excited to find the dwarves in here. So right now, we are looking for the dwarves so that we can help out the Warlock of Dorlocks, but also for helping out the Fae, and also the captain of the guard, who is not doing well, is cursed. Hello. All right. Well. Ooh. Yeah, that's just an upgrade. Helps us defend against fire, and it's a better defensive shield in the first place. So it's not a trade-off, even.
Not today.
Okay. We have a lot of different, like, spots I want to get to in here, because I always want to find treasures. We've talked about how treasures, wow, I really am, like, stepping over myself today. Treasures being skills that we can find, or having the ability to be skills we can find. Wow, that's some powerful skeleton guy right there. Means we always want to be fully finding our way through any place we find ourselves, really. Okay, so we're back to the center. Let's go right, and then up that central bit, and then we can go behind that locked door as the last one. So... that's a large group. Thorn Whip for the Medusa. I'm gonna try and take those out in 2 turns. Okay, good. That is what we were after. Yikes. Whew, okay. Skeletons have hands. Well, skeletons have bones. Well. Alright, let's go down this way first. We'll head up that little passage second. Where does this bring us? Okay, this is a lot of dead ends, but there could be some goodies in all the dead ends, so we want to check all our dead ends for goodies. Yeah, make sure we don't pass up a bag that has a cool scroll in it. Who knows what we could find? Ooh, nice. Hey, level 18. We've been getting like over 100 experience a fight. Then that's 15 HP. Excellent. Wow, and 18 MP? What a level. Gust Slash. Okay. And the Scarewolf drops. Unsealant. Isn't that a Pokemon? Pheasant? And it's not a seal. Seal and Seal are Pokemon. That's different. Some extra defense also helps us out with that extra health. We've got a pretty deep HP pool for finding our way around here. Oh, hey. Twitching powder? Ooh, a diamond! Ooh, diamond reel. Huh. We have all sorts of goodies here. Weird. Having a diamond on our body, though, gives us especially with one character, a safety valve against thwack. Oh, and a treasure over here. Actual treasure chest. Oh! Speaking of, hey buddy, how you doing? Yikes.
Thou shalt not escape.
That's bad.
Mid-heal.
Okay.
Mid-heal.
Hoofa. I love the squeaky hinge noise. I agree. Ooh, terrifying. Okay, one more. Oh, that has a time limit in these, right? That's a lot more terrifying. We just came off of Caravan Heart and some of the older titles where buff doesn't have a duration. All right. A deadly foe. The cannon box drops a smaller treasure chest. It's a mimic. Ooh. Uh-huh. Yeah. A smaller treasure chest. So we've got a prayer ring. I'm gonna put that in our pocket as well. With one character, that's a nice find. You know, we're gonna have to deal with the long-term resource management. Whew, what is this? I think I just want the boomerang for a fight like this. I love the silly lump wizard. All of these have the ability to double hit. Okay. No goodies here. Now this is a real way forward, you know? You know, I wasn't doing that anyway, it's fine. What if the mimic had a larger mimic inside it? Like, you break it open, and like, just a larger mimic pops out. Okay, give me this goodie. Alright, we want the dead end at the top, I think, first. So let's head there. We're, like, close to one-hitting an Iron Scorpion on the regular. I'm glad mimics are real, though. The existence of Peak as a spell informs us mimics are real, but also finding a mimic informs us that mimics are real, you know? Ooh, speaking of... Are mimics real? Whew! That's a nice scroll. What the hell? I think that'll heal a quarter of our physical hit? Gives us like a lifesteal hit? Yeah, drain. Okay. As I said, this is the sort of thing that anywhere we could find and it becomes a real, prize. $10 MP. That has expense. I like to have Gust Slash here. Alright, we'll Miracle Slash the Scorpion and see what we heal.
I shall rend thee asunder!
Whoa, that healed way more than I thought. 26 on 70? 2/5? Because 26 3 times would be 78. That's some really nice healing on that. Yeah, 10 MP is a lot of MP. But, like, dealing damage and healing at the same time can be a really powerful way to push a fight forward. You'll not find him well. Oh, no! Oh, that's bad, too. Wheel. You know, if you want to praise the sun all you want, I'm fine with that, buddy. But one skeleton. Okay. Yeah, that's the defensive one. I'm gonna go left here. See where this leads us. Okay, down this way. Technically, the whip is better here. We'll swap over. Thwack. But not that kind of thwack. Wait, the whip isn't better here. Oh, there's... Okay, then there's no point to actually having the whip on us, if that's not the case. I thought the whip just barely outclassed the edge boomerang. But that might have been boomerang proper. Okay, I can put that back in my pocket so that I don't, because there is no need to use it. Whip bag. This is fun. Please don't try to sell this. Bum 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 bum. How many of those do we have? 16. Okay. Someday we'll find a way to drop those off. Somewhere in the world there must be a mini Metal Master. That's a lot of Scare Wolves.
Not today.
I'm gonna go ahead and Gust Slash these down one by one. Now there are one we can just fight. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Yeah, sure, okay. Okay, where does this way go? This leads back up. And now we're in this back corner. Then down this way leads us to this central chamber again, from which we could have went the other way to get here. Bonk. So it sounds like the dwarf we're looking for may not be in the best shape. Oop. Undead Undoer. Wow, multiple scrolls down here. Okay. That's our undead killer. So now we have the skeleton slash. Yeah. Okay, and this leads back here. Sure. Okay. So we took the long way around, but that was fine. Let's keep heading this way. Give me the boomerang, please. Big Chompy. Big Chompy. Lil Chompy. Easy. Thanks, Boomerang. You're always trustworthy. Let's talk to you, buddy. There was a time we dwelt in another land entirely until the fairies called us here to Elfgard. Okay. Ooh! And here we have Dwarf Cave. Have you heard? Okay. No treasure. We got this nice forge here. Look at this. Big hammer, anvil. A lot of lit coals. Ready to make whatever we want. Quenching. You can see over there on the left, there's also like a wall with a lot of other implements. Smaller mauls. thingies for holding like steel into a fire, into water, into some oil. Got some crystals. Oh, we even have some like greenage. We got some leaves growing here. Calipers, but they would be good here. Okay. An ancestor of mine who just knew how to crush rock. Yo, Slayer Snack. And a hex tract? Powerful but violent volatile. Uses extreme caution if you can even work out what to do with it. Well, let's have a Slayer Snack. Yeah? Well. Oh, he roamed in the company of a human hero and forged a helm like never been seen before, from an ore of boldest blue. This is talking about again another character we met in Dragon Quest III, one of Ortega's friends. We found, over in, Uluru, we found this, ancient metal, which... Huh. Well... Alright, let's head upstairs and see if we can't talk to our key friend who might be having some issues. It does appear to be... Blue key, can't open this door. Oh, they don't know what to do. Ooh, oomph powder. That can get in my pocket. That can stay in my pocket for the mo. And an iron lance. Hey, buddy. All caps cough. The Warlock of Dorlock sent thee. Ah, the swamp curse. A miraculous medicine, the leader of the Fae did once say, cure all ills. It's been a while since the dwarves and Fae have talked. They don't have like a, you know, a row between them or anything like that, but... No, buddy! Can we go find any of the Fae to talk to about this? Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing. Let's go, find the Fae to talk to about this. Though a person were to visit that certain cape and stroll through that certain forest, they would not know it until they stumbled right upon it. There are still treasures in this room, but they're behind that door up there, so that's fine. I assume you're not open for business right now, yeah. Okay, well. We now have multiple people who are trying to heal up from the curse of the swamp, too, so this is absolutely, like, highest priority to get this done. Okay, let's evac. And like, we did go to a fairy village. This is a good place to start. We've been to this fairy village. Perhaps knocking on some doors and saying, hey, we have some dwarven friends who need some assistance. We didn't see anyone here last time. Could have been abandoned, but like, hey, we may as well knock, right?
Begone, human. This is no place for thy kind.
Buddy, we're just here to help.
I will say it only once more. Ugh, clear off, or else. Fail to do so, and...
Wait! It's him! Chief, this is the human we told you about. The one we forced to... I mean, asked to help us.
Yes, and he's not just any old human. He's super strong. I'd say he might even be hero material. I'm not sure about the hero thing, but it wouldn't do to hurt someone who helped you two out, I suppose. Let's hear what he has to say for himself.
I do like the change in the voice acting. You'd be like, get out.
I'm the overseer. I'm looking after the village while our leader is away. And, no offense, but I'm not too fond of humans. All right, you've told me your name. Now tell me what you're doing here. How did you even find out about this place?
Here to help out, dwarf friend.
What? One of the dwarves is sick, and you need our miraculous medicine?
I suppose this is because of all those horrible poisonous swamps that have been cropping up everywhere.
Swamp sickness doesn't clear up naturally. You have to do something about it, or it's curtains.
And there is that one medicine we have. Yes, a dose of sun-up syrup would probably do it. Sadly, I can't give you any.
What? Why not?
And I thought I was mean to humans.
I'm not being mean. I'd make it if I could. It's just... when the boss showed me how to make it, she kept the last two ingredients secret. Only she knows what they are.
Oh, and we don't know where she is.
You spoke with some of the dwarves, didn't you? Did they have any idea where she might have got to? Oh. Well, that's that then, I suppose.
Well.
And after we went to all the trouble of making you go and ask them.
It'll be dark soon, Chief. We can't just leave him out here. After he's come all this way. He can stay the night, can't he?
Fine. But just the one night, and just this once.
Yay, we get to hang out with the fairies for a little bit. Let's go say hi to everybody. Ah! Okay. Sorry. This is the house. We all live in the house. It's the one house. I like the naming. They all have, like, Arm Twister, Daydreamer, Tail Turner. Sunny Fairy. We have that treasure up there we can. Record Keeper. Wow. Tyro's here. Tyro and Alara. How you doing? It's been so long since I've played a Record Keeper. That's where they went. It's funny how look at the fairies just go. Well, that's it. We're beat. Nothing to be done. Oh, hold on, I don't want to talk to the fairy with an exclamation point. Don't look like one. We got the cloak and everything. It's fine. Oh, it's Cat. I picked up the, like, when Record Keeper closed down globally, I have an account for Japan, but, like, losing everything I had was enough to, like... Meow. Meow, meow. Part. Heh. Fall for a hook, line, and sinker. Oh, yeah? Gwaelin. I'm not a bad slime. Hey, buddy. Gwaelin is our friend, and if you so much as draw your sword near him, we're all gonna beat you up. I know what you heroes are like. Like 30 fairies are gonna swing their arms around and beat you up in succession if you try to bonk a slime. Don't do it. The Undermaker. Drippy Fairy. But yeah, like having to restart from zero, even though it's not like fully zero, because like passage of time means that power creep has things a lot more like you can just skip to like Magicite 5s and stuff. Was enough to be like, I've already done all that. Oh! The fairy's new Erdrick. Oh no, do you have like friends to like hang out with? You're just like sort of on your own. Wow. Like, Bozo was kind of funny, but like went around like Kid and Shallow were cool. I super love getting to have the fairy village here and getting to have people who like may have literally known Erdrick, you know? Alright. Floral Fairy. Yeah, they would have known that, like, maybe not all the fairies in here knew Erdrick personally, but, like, they could have met them. Oh, if we take a nap here, maybe Rubus can... Oh.
Almighty Rubus, grant unto me strength in this time of need, until such time as the prophesied one doth appear. This is Tantagel Castle.
Max and Chachi, thanks for the raid. We are experiencing some time with Gwaelin here as we take a nap over in the Fey Village. Just get you with a little bit of the, like, nah, it's cool, you can just tell us.
Almighty Rubus, pray banish these wicked illusions.
Has absolutely no effect on her, though. She sees right through that.
Try all thou wilt. Thou shalt not prevail. Thy phantasms shall not sway me.
Because it's been, like, months.
Mother? No! It cannot be! My mother perished when I was but a babe in arms. This too is an illusion!
Thou must needs endure. We're trying a different method here.
No! Mother! Father! They shall not deceive me. It is all but an illusion. All of it. Mother! It is none of it real. None of it. And yet
The sparkle
I told
tears.
you both perish and do naught. It hurteth me so.
Can you hear me? The light of hope is fading. You must hurry. Only with a magic key might she be freed from this torment. And so, you must heal the afflicted with an infusion of glimmergrass and wake robin. Please, there is no time. You must go to her.
Thanks. So yeah, Gwaelin's not having a great time. Again, it's been months, and like, you know, we basically, the Dragon Lord and minions of the Dragon Lord are keeping her because she had the orb and a message from Rubus. As long as she has that message, she's, you know, they're just keeping her captured. Glimmergrass and Wake Robins. Yeah, sorry, you know. Source, I heard it in a dream. Revealed to me in a dream. Okay. Hooray! Don't die. If you do, like, not my fault. Not it. Okay, so we have a reason to go southwest, and we have a reason for those new areas in the southwest. Because, like, we have a bunch of goodies, but none of them are these in specific. Glimmergrass and Wake Robin. Okay. Nestled in the mountains far southwest of the village. Alright. I'm gonna go talk to our friend one more time. Okay. Alright, we can save a little bit of time because we can zoom to Dumdara. We're gonna leave Dumdara off for a little bit here. I know that we're powerful. I think we're gonna do this. Once we get the magic key, we'll have a world tour to do, and then we can drop off some money and make another attempt at this, right? Got this far loaded Dragon Quest III to take a look. Yeah, this is so very connected to, very directly connected to, Dragon Quest III and its world. In some very cool ways. Obviously it is. It's the... Okay, Undead Undoer does about the same. Nickname that enemy Movable Gonzalez because that's basically what he is. Yeah. I'm gonna try and move him. Ooh, hey, a goodie. I will continue to try to move Gonzalez. Frazzled feathers and an agility ring. Oh, a frazzled another goodie I've here. What are these all for, I wonder? But a agility ring. 22 agility. Sure. Yeah, I'd love to find some Slyo snacks and fun goodies. You need to die first. We're gonna hit this knight with a lightning bolt. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna hit this knight with a lightning bolt. Yeah, I think I found 2 secret spots total so far.
Much better.
One of them was really high payoff. Incredibly high payoff. And like the other one was not as high because I think we found it later than we would have, but it had some equipment that even was still like usable at the time we found it. I think this the whip. Hey, level 19. Sweet. How much health we get off that? 8 health, little MP. I like that 7 strength is really nice. Yeah, I saw in the like deep menu like a way to just turn those on if we want, which is something like that's a later thing in my mind. We'll take our time doing that. For now, you know, we'll continue to just investigate the world. Ooh, Gust Slash on Knight Errant? Hold on. Fairy Foil equip, Gust Slash on Knight Errant. Not enough for a one-hit kill. Okay. This Mean Spirit is terrifying with the how much damage it was doing on that other hit. It did like 60 with a crit. Alright, cut right through it though. Yeah! Stopped after Golem. Okay, we've not yet made our way there. We are currently on the quest to find ourselves some goodies to make a healing potion, because both our dwarven friend and the captain of the guard are afflicted by swamp. Just swamp. They're afflicted by swamp. Death Scorpion.
Be gone.
Alright. Lump wizards are so silly looking. Get them. Bonk. Ooh, they got good bonks. Okay, we're hit by Dazzle. It's mage time. Let's hit you with a lightning bolt. Good fight. Okay, take our heal. Then there's a thing on the map right here. Field of Flowers. How much do we have in here? 2 treasures in the Field of Flowers. Well, I'm sorry. If I touch that, I'm going to become fire hero. Like that. That's a Mario flower. It's gonna talk to me. Dragon Quest Wonder. We took the soul of the right Wake Robin. Okay. And then we have a cabbage. Soul of Glimmergrass. Am I being called on the phone? Oh, no, there's something else over here. A strange glowing fruit he's never seen before. It's beginning to rot and it's giving off an incredible power. The power of nature, of life. The seeds. This is to go beyond Slyo Snack. A certain strange fruit. Super Slyo Snacks, perhaps. Okay. So we could head back to, the fairy village, but we're actually gonna quick go south here to see what this is. We're just gonna check out this little spot, see if this is also a place we can stop over at. Ooh! Hocus Chimera. Let's get you off the table. Bounce. Okay. Let's continue throwing this, then. He's hit hard. Oh, you can see the little shield there. That's cute. Okay. 300 experience again. Fights down here don't mess around. Okay. Yeah, it is a little abbot over here. Oh! 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 I don't have like a good physical ability to, well, the miracle? Bonk. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. All still here. Well, that hit one. Oh, that hit one and it's at yellow health. This is the first fight the speedrun takes after 15 minutes of running around and grabbing various item caches. It specifically takes this fight. That rules. No! 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 Oh! Okay. Oh no! Okay. One more HP. Come on. One more HP. Destroyed. 1,000 experience. I can't believe how demolished. Yeah, next level, 500. The Citadel of the Monarch of Metals. Oh boy. We found a new king. Oh, Apello, the naming. I'm so glad that the servant of Apello is just here. You can just, this is just a normal thing. We can just, you know, if we want to change our name, it's very simple. We're still Slyo today, but thanks, Apello. Here I have a bank. Oh. I'm sorry, what? Hey, you want to run that one by me? Reheal. This is like a regen? That's not a spell I'm familiar with as a thing that we have in these. Yeah, that's just a regen. No, I can understand why this would be a powerful thing in a game where you only have one character, right? With one character, I can set this and forget it. It's a spell? Okay, it makes sense that we have yet to run into it in our up to 7, then. That's fun. Oh, sure. Hold on. Let's save here while we're. I can't believe there's a. I'm sorry. That's another set of treasures over there of the same key types. Okay. It was in the Monsters 2 remake on the Medable, but that's terrifying. Okay, so Dragon's Mane Claws costs us more than everything we have, and it's the Dragon Killer plus 30. Iron Mask, and Hermes Hat protects against wind spells. That's cute. Dragon Mail, Fire Ed Breath. Magic Armor, Rousing Ring, which is sleep. And then we've got our normal stuff. Okay. Good to know. Oh! Ooh! Okay. So we get Geeky Glasses will make anyone 15 wisdom. Yo, Wildside. Wildside's also messed up strong in a game where you have one character. This is double act. This was one of the most powerful pieces of having a monster tamer on your squad. And also a Glombolero. These are the breakpoints. The way mini-metals work in most of these games is that they're... the way they work in games where they're a hidden treasure rather than a farmable treasure is that they're breakpoints. So we have 16 right now, so we would get up to Dragon Shield, but not Swallowtail. There's a couple games we've run into where they're like a farmable thing, you have to spend them. But Dragon Shield, Swallowtail, the Avian Design Insect, this boomerang's extra effective against insect, Banishing Bell, Scourge Whip, Savior Staff, boost resistance to breath, okay. Meditation, Gringham Whip, War Drum, and Metal Wing Boomerang. Okay, this is the killer. How many do we have? We have 16, yeah, so we're one short of the coolest, the Swallowtail. Well, let's go get our second prize here. Oh, Sage's Elixir is a big MP heal. Well, let's go talk. Hello. I like that we have the Tantagel Castle music for our king here. The Monarch of Metals. I am he. The collector of that most maximally magnificent of minuscule marvels. Mini-metals. Minimal wavering of gaze, maximal muscle in legs and arms. Okay. My young metal seeker in the making. So 16 medals. We get the 5 prize of Prayer Ring. We get the 8 prize Scholar Specs. You can see it above their head there. The Wild Side Scroll, that's so huge. Glombolero. 15, the Dragon Shield. So 1 more medal, we can come back here and get a Swallowtail. Anyway, Wild Side, you know, game where we have 1 character taking 1 action, sounds really strong. It lets you double act. It's also balanced this time. Okay, yeah. $30. If I remember right, in Dragon Quest III, this cost 7 or 8. Like, this was, like, you just did this. It was free. Yeah, maybe 12. Like, it was so much cheaper. But even at this is still, like, I can use this and then, like, double Miracle Slash, right? And then I'm healing while attacking. Let's go ahead and swap out to the Dragon Shield. When that patch happened, it also got bumped in that game. That makes sense. And then if I want, we also have the Scholar Specs for some wisdom. Okay. Got some stars. Alright, I'm gonna quick be right back while we're here, and then we're gonna head back to the Fairy Village, so 1 moment. Okay. Ooh, that's a good thought. Where's the Glombolero fall? Okay, so Glombolero is the best we have in defense slot. It's also MP down. Have, which makes the 30 go down way nice. Right now it is a huge increase, which is great. But making 30 into 15, like, again, it's a gold hairpin, but it's on a piece of equipment that's good for us right now. We have 150 MP, which is now effectively 300. So, okay. I'm glad we found this really nice place. We'll come back here on our world tours for some stuff. Yeah. I think for now, let's go back to the Fairy Village so that we can help everyone out and, start moving on our long-awaited quest for a magic key. I'm gonna quick go up here, though. It looks like there's a goodie. Oomph power. Asbestos earrings. Hold on. Okay. Give me the fire resist, thank you very much. That sounds great. Alright, back to the Fairy Village. Citadel of the Monarch of Metals. So yeah, Fairy Village. May not come in handy in the near future if... Eek! Oh! Oh no! I've been around some heroes in my time. Look, I learned so much from Shala and Kid, and maybe a little bit from Bozo. Oh! Okay. Hell yeah! This is a fairy foil
Thou
fight.
shalt not escape! Ah! 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 Ah!
Okay. Asbestos earrings can come off for agility ring.
Thou shalt not escape! Ah!
First battle you died in. It does look like this is a very possible place to die with how much damage we're taking. We did walk into the big armor in Dumdara that killed our ass.
Mid-heal! Mid-heal!
Mid-heal? Mid-heal. Oh, okay.
Ah!
We need to remove some skeletons, and perhaps double sizzle will be a good way to do it.
Sizzle! Flames!
Okay. Our double spell is very powerful. It's about to fall off, I suppose. Only lasts 3 rounds, which is still worth it. Hell, it's worth it if it lasted 2.
Sizzle!
If we had not made the stopover by Wildside wore off. If we did not make the stopover here for Wildside, we would be in a very spiraling situation, I feel.
Much better. Ah! Ha!
A lot of casting Zap on skeletons, yeah. How good is Reheal? You know what? Let's cast it. Let's find out.
Reheal!
What's the regen on this? 25. Oh. That's almost heal every turn. Like, the spell heal is minimum 30. And if that lasts 3 to 4 turns, that's like 100 health, like, drip fed to you when you need it. Okay, we have helped out the fairies. Another victory for, comma. I really like our heroic, like, jumping in like this. We've done it a couple times in combat, but the way that, like, you know, the hero here is just so immediate to jump into a fight to save folks. And we need a couple matches. I really have been enjoying the additions here to the game. Oh, this is cute. That's really cute. Perhaps maybe a hero. Little aw shucks. Two of them. Some sort of like little village hero. Take them. The jump in midair there. Might be on one leg, but I like it a little more if it's the little fairy flutter. We found a human who's cool and not stealing all our stuff. Boring. Yeah, this is really cute. I really like that scene that was just the two, like the overseer and Slya standing there kind of awkwardly. Okay, let's go ahead and take our sunup syrup, and we've got to go hand this off. So let's head over to Rimmildar, and then we'll head over to the Cave of the Dwarves. Oh, then she's still having a day. Her dad having to come out of retirement. Just push. Just shove. It's not quite a world leaf from Yggdrasil, but it gets the job done. Yeah, she's been very on edge and the most, like, not taking us at face value, like, oh, nobody would be acting like this. Yeah.
I am ashamed. Utterly ashamed. My father lay there, breathing what may well have been his last, and all I could think to do was brood upon my past mistakes. Meanwhile, not only didst thou refuse to give up hope, thou didst seek out a means by which it might be returned to us, and us all but strangers to thee. Thou hast my gratitude. I have not been kind to thee, but thou art noble indeed. What? Thou didst dream of Princess Gwaelin, who was held captive in some manner of cave? I had not wished to believe it, but we recovered this from the cave amid the swampland. 'Tis her necklace, without which she was seldom seen. And yet there it was, discarded upon the ground.
Heart.
Mighty hero, I trust in thee. I trust that thou wilt return the light unto this benighted world of ours. And I trust that thou wilt come to mine aid. But thou must needs come quickly. I know not how much longer I can.
That light! What just occurred? What? The princess spoke to thee through her necklace? I heard naught whatsoever. But I shall take thee at thy word nonetheless. 'Tis plain thou art the hero of whom she spake, and the coming of whom she awaiteth most desperately. The necklace is thine. May it aid thee in thy quest. Now please, go to her.
And so that's our like, had the little heart as like the Gwaelin's love, which was the item that told you how far you were from Gwaelin, specifically in Tantagel Castle. This was used in Dragon Quest 1 to tell you where in the swamp to go to get the proof of Loto, Erdrick's emblem. But here, this is like our kind of turning point for Gwaelin's personal guard there, where she takes us at face value on what we said, whereas all the other interactions we've had, she's been the most, like, of course I'm going to be doubtful of somebody who shows up claiming to be a hero. Okay. Well, the captain of the guard should be doing well. We'll want to go make a stop over... Must needs. We still don't have the key for down here. We'll want to quick make a stop. Okay. Captain's sleeping. Yeah, we have a dwarf to go help. Cave of the Doors. Wonder if Zoom takes us all the way in. Like to floor 3, or if I've got a... Okay, good. Zoom takes us all the way in. That's smart. I'm glad for that. That's where I want to be. Thanks, Zoom. Alright. So let's go help our dwarven friend. The poisonous humors. Out of the swamp. No, no. Thou didst say when you first camest here that thou wert sent by the Warlock of Dorlocks. I love the Warlock of Dorlocks. Alright, we gotta go help with the magic key. I'm so excited for the Warlock of Dorlocks. This also does a good job of setting, like, you know, talking about how the hero here, Slyo, jumps into battle at, like, the first instinct immediately to throw himself in between the monsters and anyone there, both at our beginning fight and on the bridge and in the Fey Village, but, like, also just, like, the very, like, no, you, like, this is, to do good like this is what anyone should do. You don't owe me your life or anything, of course. It speaks a lot to our hero here. Alright, anyway. Yeah, well, like, there's also the bits that I think give a lot of personality to the hero. The conversation in the Fey Village, I think, is a really good one, where the way that Slyo here reacted to the Overseer talking about the seeds and immediately handing them off, being like, yeah, they're yours. The way that, like, as we're talking and actually calling him a hero, he kind of shrugs it off, like, you know, rubbing the back of his neck like, oh, shucks. Like, no, I'm just some, you know, some guy, right? Like, we get a lot of character in that, too.
Not today.
I'm also enjoying the pieces we're getting with Gwaelin. I like that, like, not only Gwaelin, but the king, the counselor, the captain of the guard, Gwaelin's personal guard, the royal guard that we met, are all, like, real characters, right? We've gotten to learn much more about them. I did this fight, and I did this walk specifically because it would level me. Almost 11 HP, 13 MP, which is effectively 26 MP. Okay, nice level. But yeah, like, these are all small additions that do a lot for having a cast, which is a very different feel than Dragon Quest 1, which, like, Dragon Quest 1, NES or SNES or Game Boy or Switch or whatnot, is a much more, like, I've called it a very, like, primal experience. It's a very elemental video game. Ooh. Concealant. And this has more of a, like, you know, again, a built world and people we get to know that have a little more built to them. The Gwaelin's Guard has probably the most arc we've seen. Oh, if I want to go to the Warlock of Dorlocks, let's head up and around. Are y'all ready for a world tour? I hope so. I'm hoping this is us getting a magic key, and thus the world tour begins. You can even see that World Tour 3 is somewhere in the distant future. Ooh, okay. The Warlock of Dorlocks. Oh! I love the step back we took there. To you! To me! To you! That's how you craft. You go ahead and... yeah, absolutely. That, you have to have two buddies to craft. One runs the forge with all the magic, and one... We've made it. The magicest of magic keys. 'Tis like unto the tale of mighty Erdrick. Look, we needed to prove that this could happen. All right. Tell no one. My lips are sealed. The Warlock and Warlocks will still sell the single-use keys. No, we not. Yeah. All right, we'll hold it. We'll hold you to it. I love like the explanation of single-use keys existing in that the Warlock of Dorlocks and their dwarven friend need to be able to like pay bills. Well, it's time, everybody, for the world tour. Bear Seek Lest is our quest, and we know where to go for that. Like if I hit, we were told to go to the Fae once we had the key, and they have a chest there that's openable with the key. But we have a lot of other places we need to go to, so let's just down the list. Let's check if this key lets us into the Sunstone Zone. If we can talk to that ancient wizard who was left the Sunstone by Erdrick himself. In reality, as we've mentioned a couple times, the legend of Erdrick is really interesting because it's you get to choose himself or herself. From this timeline, we have Slyo going back, but like it has its own like kind of statement on the ways that history crunches things, that it's a forgotten bit to that. Obviously, 1 was made before 3, which is a reason why that would be, but ooh, okay, that is not the key. So, 3rd key will be for later. Do we have a blue door up here? We did. Alright. Yeah, the way that the legend says that the goddess gave Erdrick the Sphere of Light, but we know that, like, again, that's flattening the legend, which is, you know, that's a piece of... Oh, I guess this is just a door. Slyo snack. Give me that. Slyo snack. 100 agility. Also, give me spells safe passage, please. Did you know until now the king's bedroom has been sealed for generations? It's just that the king has bought 100 single-use keys. Okay, that's 3 prayer rings. The king is one of the biggest investors in single-use keys. Alright. Down to this little shrine. That door looks pretty blue. Yeah. Let's have a nice conversation. This ancient wizard who has left. The Sage of the Sun. Hot rock. Oh, okay, you're the dad of the champ. Okay. This is one of our important items to make the bridge. Oh no. Bum 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 bum. We're gonna be going back there anyway. It's on the world tour. Dog time. Sorry I stole your dog suit. I feel, I actually feel rude about that one. Slyo snack. Slyo snack. 99 strength. Okay. Yeah, the dog suit, as we've used here, does change. Again, I feel bad about stealing this from the Chancellor's dad up there. It's a little rude. Like, these sorts of suits are expensive. We're gonna put the gondola back on. We can put the garish garb in the bag. We can put the dog suit in the bag. Okay. So next up, that would work here? Weird. I don't think Erdrick's Hollow had anything. Let's check the shrine. The shrine had some doors we couldn't open. It might be last key for that, but let's go double check. Like, this feels like it's a last key sort of thing, but yeah. Okay, so then I don't think anything actually opens up in Gwaelin, because I think Gwaelin, we again needed final key for Deep in the Ruins. We can go talk to the Fae. Obviously, the place we're meant to go is soon into here to save the princess, which is where we'll go after the world tour is over. Oh, let's go to the Cave of the Dwarves first. There was a chest we couldn't get into. Rimmildar also has an item we could get. We didn't grab when we were there. What's the peep description of dog suit? Yeah, let's... Huh. Yes, true. Okay. Remember, there was an item in Rimeldar, so we'll get that. But here, this is actually the place we didn't go. Strength ring. And a suit of tectonic plate. Hello? Phew. Okay. Yeah, Gaia gear. And what's the Gaia armor doing here? It's down in the earth with the dwarves. That makes sense to me. This is a place where I would expect it to be forged. Deep in the earth. Alright, so let's leave here. Head up to Rimeldar quick. You might ask why I evac that zoom. It's because I feel like you should bonk your head. So this was a blue door. Okay, some extra medicine. Not gonna hurt. Okay, next up. Let's head to the fairy village. We were told to come back here anyway. We also grabbed that chest up there. Do not bonk slime. Heart. I saw that.
And that's it done, right?
Yes. Look at that light. All lovely and warm. That's the soul sigil, all right.
Oh!
We did it! We did it! We
Wow.
made the first one! Hello! We just used those seeds you brought us to make something called the soul sigil.
Sorry, you're not familiar with two. You wouldn't know what those are.
Sigils are something the boss came up with. There's going to be 5 of them, and each of them will store a different power of nature. Life, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the water. She wants to use them to do something very, very important. What? You know about us wanting to use them to summon Lady Rubis? But how? How do you even know about her? I certainly didn't tell you. Ugh, which one of you spilled the beans?
It was her! I didn't say anything. I tried to stop her.
What? You little... They should call you the backstabber.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
It was, I had no choice, all right? And besides, that's how we ended up getting him to get those seeds for us. There wouldn't be a sigil if I hadn't told him. Hey, why don't we get him to find us the ingredients for all of them? After all, didn't Erdrick work with the fairies to get rid of that horrible old baddie way back when?
True. And I think this one can be trusted. You're descended from them, right? The heroes of old, or whatever you call them? Then help us. Help us call Lady Rubis back to this world.
That's really cool. Like, so, the sigils are a thing that, basically exist in the back half of Dragon Quest Dragon Quest 2 as, like, a big, like, world, I'd say world tour, but kind of. Like, because at that point you've just gotten the boat and you've talked to the grandson of the Dragon Lord, and you've been told, hey, these are the 5 sigils that, like, you need to get to Hargon. And backseating them, because we're making 2 games back-to-back, makes sense. Also, nah, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Rude? We set you up for a big heroic yes there.
Maybe he didn't understand or something. Will you help us?
Good. Right, take the soul sigil with you.
Heart.
Looks like it's pleased to be going along for the ride. If you find any more likely looking ingredients, like those glowing seeds, bring them back here, alright? As to how the sigils will be made...
Oh, allow me, Chief. That's my area of expertise, after all.
Right. She's the expert, so if there's anything you don't understand, ask her.
Oh, ask away. I'll do my very best to keep the explanation simple.
Ooh. Oh, it's a literal real item. Again, so these were things you collected in 2, and there were basically 5 keys. You went and found one in the lighthouse, and one in the cave to Roan, and one in, like, you found them in different areas along the way. Soul Sigil increases your max HP. It causes some spells and abilities to transform into more powerful versions if the conditions are met. You're under half health, and you hold down X. Select the spell by holding down X or hold it down just before you act. Okay, so this would be like, if I'm at half health, I can turn Zap into, maybe not Thordane, but like upgrade a spell like that. Oh, and it tells me here, some Achilles Wheel and the Beast Bopper. Beast Bopper. So Cattle Prod becomes its own thing, Fizzle becomes its own thing. Okay. A new entry has been added. There are over a dozen souped up spells and abilities. If you want a better idea what triggers them, talk to people in Elfgard and read books. While Death's Door can sometimes trigger them, it's worth remembering you don't necessarily need to be below 50% to activate them. Huh. Okay, it's not always. Like, it's not always danger, Slyo. Craftiest craft fairy in the fairy village can craft the sigils for you for bringing the right ingredients, and other special items to bring the wrong ones. We have a bunch of weird items, so... This is huge. Talk about a gigantic change here. This is all, like, this gives us a much larger link, both from 1 to 3 and 1 to 2, but also, like, a full mechanic, which I also would not, I would imagine 2 probably keeps this in some way. Like, I don't know how it'll work with multiple party members, but, like, if we're going to be hunting out the sigils, how much health did I get off that? Like 10%, it looks like? 5%? 10%? Yeah, 10% sounds right. We were at 185, you can see there, and we're at 203, which is 18, so a 10% boost. All right. Another victory for fairies. Whoop! She just takes it. Yoink. Ooh. A big water crystal. This could make the... If we're talking about sigils. Yeah. Why wouldn't a crystal of frozen water in a... Like, not frozen, but like... Okay, so if we want these sigils, if we're looking for, like, the star, we're also, like, maybe a meat... Fairies do always be winning, it's true. Is this gonna be, like, another stat boost? Like a badge? Having sigils in your possession grants special effects. The water sigil amplifies the effects of some items, can make them more potent, as well as increase their range of effect. Okay. Enhances the effect of items used in battle. Okay. That means, like, I want to be... Okay, so these each govern a different thing. Like, yeah, maybe that makes our oomph powder hit harder, or the prayer ring heal more MP. Things like that. Okay. Okay. Fun. What a cool, like... I've already been kind of in awe at all these additions and adding the Fairy Village and the Dwarves and Robin Hood and all these pieces that, like, you know, add more to Dragon Quest 1, but this adds more to the trio, and that's really cool. Also, more mechanics for us to play around with. What a jerk. No, you've had a bad day. We need to... Yeah, it does make me really excited for 2 when we get there as well. Oh, Tempest Shield. That's a good one. How much of a jump is that from Dragon Shield? 5 explosive. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and head down to the, our metal hut. We'll go to Dumdara later. That's not for now. In the past 9 months, you've played through 4 Dragon Quest games. You hadn't played any. The series is a blast. There's a reason I've been streaming them for years now. I intended to just play 1 through 3 when I started this. And I guess I'm doing it again. This is the second time we'll be playing 1 through 3, because we did 3 remake. HD-2D. The Pirate King's Pendant. What are you? Bring the booty in. Yeah, these remakes are really strong. Ooh, Phantom Mask. Sure. Plus 10 defense, plus dodgy? Yeah, I'll take it. And then, don't forget... It's time to hand over a mini medal. We get the Swallowtail. 20 for the Banishing Bell. I'm sorry. Yeah. The thing is about mini metal equipment is that they're good. All right. So that leaves us with a very direct goal. We've got the magic key, and we've got a door in the Quagmire Cave that we know is where the princess is. And so, it's finally time. Let's go ahead and take a nap before we take off. Do I want to buy anything from you? Okay. Put some money in the bank. I'm gonna call it good for here. Okay. And off we go. We now have a princess to save. Might be better to go from Rimeldar north. Okay. So you see that door down there? That's our entrance to the other side of the cave. I love that we keep our torch. I've talked about this before. Torches were, in our other Dragon Quest ones, an item that gave you vision in caves. A few, like, basically like Flash in a Pokemon. It's fun. I've talked about this as we've gone through different Dragon Quests, but Pokemon is a series that owes just so much to Dragon Quest. Not only the, like, you know, monster taming aspect from, like, Dragon Quest V, and there's a different story about Dragon Quest II and link cable trading being invented because of that game. But also just, like, a lot of the setup of Dragon Quest I. A one-on-one battle against an opponent. Flash Cave. So at least for this floor, we should be good because our new boomerang and these is a killer, and these enemies are pretty low impact compared to what we've been fighting. Now we'll see if that stays here. It's time for a rescue. We've been making Gwaelin wait, and it's been very clear that Gwaelin is nearing her wit's end. They've reminds me a lot of a like Zelda and a Breath of the Wild sort of thing. MP management. This is cute. This is a nice things to tell you. So, like, MP management is one of the biggest things about doing, like, dungeon dives in Dragon Quest. It's one of the things that the heal on level up actually changes the most. But it's important to, like, hey, here's ways to save on MP. Because we have a pretty deep cave here. But for us, leveling is not something we're likely to do pretty soon. We're at 25 away because we just hit 20. And enemies are not terribly giving us... yeah. But we do need to make it to a level up as well, yes. But like the road to Roan, what makes the road to Roan so deadly is the resource piece of it. Oh yeah, more special medicine. Goopies! You know, I think that just getting this 17th mini-medal is going to be the biggest upgrade we could have gotten. Not enough to knock him out. That's cute. they do a little bit of like massaging and push the mud back together. Okay, so the enemies down here are more real. Makes sense. Like, we only can get down here with the key. So, of course, the enemies down here should be... Droll Diabolist. Okay. These are taking bonus damage because they're insects, I suppose. Alright, so we are going to go down every one of these little corners, even if they're not... I like this is audible. That's cute. A lot of good details. These games are made on details, you know? Ooh, okay. What? Bearer, seek list. Left first, then right. Oh! This must be... Oh! This must be defended.
Not today.
But we've been told there's, you know, items in the world that have the, you know, we're in this cave lit by moonlight, perhaps this, the moonbeam dew, yeah. Perhaps the moonwort bulb grows into the moonbeam dew, and the moonbeam dew has the spirit of Bozo. A little star there. Okay. We'll take the far route. The moon be doing it. We'll go hand over that. We'll go grab that sigil afterwards. We're fairly in cave right now, so. A madcap. Ooh. This is also an MP cutter. Okay. Interesting. Having only one character and like all these different options is so like we have so many like choices as far as like what we want to be doing. Do we want to focus on spell, especially with the sigils now? The being told that Danger Mario is a way to play this game. Like, just be at under 100 and you've got access to cool specials. But, you know, you're also only one character, so... It is very Danger Mario and Mario alone. Oh, these things only do one. Oh! A buddy! Hello! Goodbye! Be fun if I could summon a heal slime. A bum 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 bum. Okay. Right now, our new boomerang has kind of given us a powerful tool that beats a lot of our other options for the moment. Though I don't think it's going to be our best tool against, I don't know, if there were perhaps a green dragon at the end of this. Well, if there were, I don't know why there would be, but you know, if there were a green dragon up ahead in the next room. Okay. Mimic. We're going hog on the Mimic. Are you ready? I love that noise. The creak. Yeah, it's a good thing we've been collecting like 5 different things with fire resistance, right? Damn, I must be a genius. I really love the mental image of the Mimic that drops a treasure chest and then you open it. Okay. I also wanted to drop another Mimic. Kind of like the Loop Hero ghosts, where like enemies would have a 10% chance of being a ghost on death, and a ghost could become a ghost. Then you have Ghost of a Ghost. Loop Hero was a fun game. That came out in a really nice spot, I think.
Not today.
Okay, and there's level 21. Kind of what I was looking for as walking. That's a lot of HP. Zapple? That's a good flavor. Fearsome lightning on a single foe. Zapple. That's all right. Slyo snack. Oh. Ooh. And some cash. All right, well. So in Dragon Quest 1, again, in our other versions of Dragon Quest 1, this was not like a dungeon that required a key, like a full-on dungeon area. This was like a side bit in this cave. You know, that floor we just went down to. But now that we've gone deep into this... Ooh, we can see that dark magic working in there. Alright. Y'all ready? Oh, that... We're gonna have to cut through some illusions, I think, here. Let's go ahead and... For no reason in particular... I'm gonna put on a few things that prevent fire damage. I don't know why I'd do that. It's gonna be an ice dragon. Ooh. We're in the illusion. We have to convince her we're real in the illusion.
Oh, at long last, one hath come who will deliver me from my plight.
Easy.
Brave hero, I am Gwaelin, Princess of Tantagel. Hadst thou tarried a moment longer, the Dragon Lord would surely have made me his bride. Merely to imagine such an unspeakable fate striketh dread into my dainty heart. Ah. I would rather that the world had ended. But tell me, how camest thou to know that I was imprisoned here? Thou wert guided, wert thou not? By whom and what form did their guidance take? Perhaps thou wouldst be so good as to share?
No, I'm good.
Mayhap thou didst not hear me correctly. Thou wert guided, wert thou not? By whom and what form did their guidance take? Perhaps thou wouldst be so good as to share? Mayhap thou didst not hear me correctly. Thou wert guided, wert thou not? By whom and what form did their guidance take? Perhaps thou wouldst be so good as to share? Almighty Rubus! Pray banish these wicked illusions!
I can't believe that was an
An
illusion.
imposter. A phantasm. Created by fiends. Come no closer! Admit it. Thou too art naught but an illusion. Thou hast taken on the guise of a hero, seeking to wrest from me the message with which I was entrusted. Hast thou not? What? Thou meanest to do no such thing? Then thou art truly... No! I shall not be fooled so easily. Almighty Rubus, reveal to me the truth. Thou art no illusion.
Big.
Dragon?
We be quested.
Thou meanest to fight it? This is madness. No human could prevail against such a foe.
A green dragon. All right. That was fun. That kind of played how I thought, with Gwaelin not believing we were real. Why would she? She's been stuck in an illusion realm for months. And same with, like, us being played the moment we walk in. Alright, So we got an obvious move. We have all the... We're just gonna start on reheal?
Much better.
Immune. Okay, alright, fine. You got it, boss. We are ready for this stuff. Okay. I guess I can double up on fairy foil?
Much better. Thou shalt not escape.
Immunity. I don't think it's the earrings, because we have Dragon Shield. These are generally minus a set amount, right? So like minus 10 or 20. But we have the Dragon Shield, which is fire breath. We have the Tectonic Plate, which is fire attacks, and we have this Asbestos Earrings, which is fire attacks and spells. We have a ton. These things stack this way in these, so... Anyway, I got a move for you, buddy. Look, you're fighting against the... we are here for questing, we are here for dragoning. If we weren't in Wildside, I would... Ooh, alright, skip my turn. Skip my turn is smart with all my buffs. We're about to lose our defense buff. I guess we fairy foil? We're just a in the speed run, this is the equipment used to fight the Dragon Lord. That makes sense, because we got, like, the earrings were north of, like, these were things we could grab. Okay.
Much better.
Let's set reheal.
Much better.
Also, this is a strong dragon. We don't even see a health bar yet. I mean, when I say a health bar, I mean yellow or red name. We made a choice. Against, oh, fate. 53 on a base attack, okay.
Not today. Ha!
I'm gonna reapply that all the time is annoying. Still worth doing, because that's the only thing that, like, we're completely immune to the fire attacks in this fight, so... Oh, okay, alright. I like that a lot as a thing an enemy can do. That's a terrifying setup for like what the like letting you know that the enemy's gonna double act rather than like this was a thing in 3 where like some enemies would sometimes double act but not always. But like if they're wild sided, you know they're doing it. Dude, you're just taking my turn, huh? Okay, there was the health bar. They're like, you know, visual yellow name. We would be in a lot worse position if we weren't immune to fire.
Much better.
We'll be doing much more danger strats, I think. Damn, there's the sweep. Put our defenses back up. Okay, now we're in the spot I wanted.
The end is nigh.
Damn, I must be a genius!
Ha! Thou art outmatched. Thou shalt not escape.
I've been saving MP for a reason. Because, like, that cost us, like, I think a little more than double on that. It's fine, I left a prayer ring in my pocket. Okay, we're back on normal. 21 would make sense as like a triple, like triple the cost, double the effect. That was really powerful and really cool. Inferno. Fine. Okay, we're gonna be right over the line so we don't get to double up. But I can do this mid-fight. I went under half health from that hit so I can hold that.
Strength. Can it truly be?
Double Dragon Slash. That was a fun fight. That was like even with all of our power, like there was still the ability for that fight to go wrong.
The beast is vanquished?
Dragon defeated. Dragons have a little nest, like a bird. Oh. Looking around. Making sure everything's good.
This is my necklace. I mislaid it when the fiends took me captive. I had thought it lost forever. thou hast my heartfelt thanks. 'Twas a gift from my beloved mother. Yes, thou art just as I imagined. Thou art he. I am sure of it.
Thou art he. He's him.
I thank thee once again. I truly, this time, am Gwaelin, Princess of Tantagel. Hadst thou tarried any longer, I fear I might have perished in this place. But I knew that thou wouldst come, brave hero. I kept the faith. Thou wishest me to know thy true name. I see, and a very fine name it is too. Almighty Rubus hath entrusted to me a message of great import. In it lieth the secret to our world's salvation. She bade me impart it only to he through whose veins floweth the blood of Erdrick. And now here thou art. And the message is this.
All right.
The sacred egg hath been tainted by the night. A great darkness shall soon engulf the world. The power of the land shall fade. Sun, rain, and rain's bow, all shall dwindle. Unless, bold hero, thou canst stem the tide and see the land blessed once more. In the far south awaiteth one who knoweth all. Go to their aid. Go southward with all haste. Forgive me. My duty done at last. I feel surpassing faint. Wilt thou escort me to my home, the palace?
So, if you watched our playthrough of Dragon Quest III or played through yourself, there is a post-credits scene in that game with an egg and a priest named Hargon. So...
Mayhap thou didst not hear me correctly. Wilt thou escort me to my home, the palace? Mayhap thou didst not hear me correctly. Wilt thou escort me to my home, the palace? Mayhap thou didst not hear me correctly. Wilt thou escort me to my home, the palace?
Princess Gwaelin is the original of our But Thou Must. I'm not lying there, though. Takes the princess in his big, strong arms. Everyone would love to be held in a princess carry by the hero. That's true.
Oh, how kind of thee.
All right. Oh. But the nest. We've been seeing. Yeah, I know you're talking about it here, but I'm never going back to Tantagel. We're just not doing that. I really like these dragon nests. Like a big old bird. But yeah, so Gwaelin's just gonna be with us for the rest of the game. That's the plan. We're not We're just not gonna go back. I don't know what that ends up doing. I don't know how much she'll have to say in like our conversations and bits. She's here in combat. She's here in combat? Oh my god. Huh. Yeah, okay. I have magic water for a reason. If you didn't get the Sunstone at some point, you'd have to bring her back. Yeah, we're just not gonna do that. Like, I really like that we're just gonna princess carry the princess the whole game, and she is also holding the torch for the hero with the big strong arms.
Thou art a hero indeed.
We've got Gwaelin in the back row yelling, "Fuck him up!" Get their ass.
Thou art a hero indeed.
Hey, a level. That's all our magic back. 13, 9, 5 strength. Resilience is the lowest stat we have by like a mile. That's wild. Suppose we have a lot more armor for that. I wish I had a party chat button. Ow. Bonk. I just love that we're doing the princess carry the whole time here. Even did the zoom drop. And look, if you have, like, a hero that you've seen in your dreams who beat up a dragon to save you from a cave, and then princess carried you around the world to save the realm, like, what an incredible hero. Alright, I was hoping the captain were going to be around here. Maybe I should go to Cole. Oh, I didn't go to Cole on my trip anyway. Hold on. Okay, nothing specific here. Well. Oh! Yep, cool. I didn't come here, and I should have. Damn! You know? Okay. that's a blade that this would be left here from Erdrick having it from and maybe gifting it to the family who moved here from Japan. Wow. That is a powerful sword with the ability to cast sap. Sap, or is that a group? Group, Kasap even. Let's peep it. Okay, so we had something next to the Swallowtail to use. Fairy foil stays in the equipment slots, though. Damn, like, we are so strong. Walk up this ladder while carrying the princess. Easy. Okay, and we do have characters who are, like, reacting to Gwaelin being with us. That's good. Too depressed to even notice the princess here. Alright. Well, let's go head over to the fairy village. We have a moon dew, the mountain dew to hand over and get ourselves another sigil. Perhaps then Dumdara's the place to go after this? We've got a place to look around. Okay. Yeah, going to the Rainbow Temple is a thing we can do too, but I'm thinking about going to Dumdara just as, like, now we've become, like, 6 levels more powerful than when we were there in that fight last. So. No, that's important. No, that's one of the most important things you can do. Use all the powders to make very sparkly slime. Everybody's always talking about how cool Erdrick was. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. A gentle slime. Yes, I would love to. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Yoink. I'm amazed that we, like, sort of have a party member now. I wonder if we can collect more. Power of the moon. At the very least, a party member in the sense of, like, there are two of us here in the cutscene. I'm really intrigued at how much, like, conversation we have. Alright, simply having sigils in possession can grant you all sorts of special effects. Moon Sigil makes some spells more likely to be extra effective. In this practice, it means offensive spells deal more damage and healing spells recover HP. Okay. And area just off screen, yeah. Okay. So, Moon Sigil, that's not the one I wanted. Cause spells to go critical. Oh, we can spell crit now. That's something we've only had in a couple of the Dragon Quest games we've played. Go around picking up party members, literally, it is extremely uncomfortable for the princess. We just are stacking party members. This is also so cute, too. Like, I really like the way that our stance is now off-centered. Like, this is our forward-facing, and we're no longer symmetrically standing straight up. We are slightly adjusted for carrying Gwaelin around. Meow. Okay. All right, let's walk. I'm gonna take a walk south to head to this mini metal spot. I think that's where we're gonna stop, is get ourselves down there. I guess we're treating the mini metal our mini metal castle as our new home. Buddy, that's not. You needed to try anything else. Today is not the time to try, fire breath. Gwaelin is the next party member? That makes sense. Okay, so let's cross this bridge, head on south.
Thou art a hero in
Slime hat.
Bravo!
Poof. Under experience too. The experience on these fights is like real. Like our yeah, 3,000. So like that's still a real amount. But yeah, we'll go to Dubdara next time. That'll I think be our start. Is heading up there, and then we can head to the Rain Shrine south from the cave. And then also we have Cantlin in the south and the new building in the south. We have a lot of areas in the south to explore. The entirety of the south of the map is what remains. This shrine here, this here, Cantlin here, whatever this is here, that sort of stuff. So. Wow. Enough damage to pierce, huh?
Have care.
That actually pierced my fire resistance. Hell Nino. Oh, is this rock something? Ooh. Hello. Well. That's fun. All of these attacks were named by Erdrick. Alright, we have to find where the items are in this place. Oop, I saw that. Bum 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 bum. So that's one. Two more in here. Secret. Oh, that's the exit. Yep, that's the exit. Oop, hold on. Ooh, a stealth suit. What is this? There can't be an outfit that's easier to sneak about than this one. Okay, this is just really powerful armor that you can just pick up from this rock. It's only 4 under our best armor. So, like, that's a very real pickup. We're slightly past where it's useful, but, like, you know, we could have fled from fights and come and pick this up. Oh boy, one more item in here, right? Yeah, one more treasure. And because we had 2 people in this area talk about scrolls, there's no world where I'm leaving without it. Because what if it is one of those scroll moves? This side, maybe? that's too far to the side. Sadly, we don't have a way to find this on the ground, like highlight it like we did in 3. No snooping. Maybe we can find the scroll of snooping by snooping. Prove you don't need this and you can have it. I'm gonna wiggle my way up this. Oh. Okay. Oop, too far. The curse of knowledge. Yeah, they're both looking. We just don't, neither of us knows Snoop. You know, what can you do? Everyone messes up. We're just having a nice. This is just a nice time in the glade here, as we are trying to find one Slyo snack that's out here somewhere. Is it visible? Am I missing a pot that's just like... There's no way. No, you just walk past where it is like 6 times. I'm smashing the A button. Like, I need you to know that like, I am just... Okay. No, it's okay. It's just super hidden. Someone left a can of baked beans in the woods, and we will not leave until we found it. I'm gonna continue walking in like a zigzag pattern while I'm doing this to try to... That's talking. We have the one, like, here-ish, so I don't expect two-ish here. This side? Because, like, I don't think we found one... Oh! Oh! $1 million? Pick up the phone. Alright. And thus, the hero Slyo and Gwaelin, by their powers combined, found, like, a stack of bills on the ground. $2,000 is real. Like, that's like, at the Metal Manor, like, we have
What a hero indeed!
a pretty powerful weapon we can buy for a sizable amount of money, and right now we're holding 8,000 plus 7 in the bank. Like, if I wanted to buy those claws, I could. I don't know how those compare to the Orochi blade, but, like, it was terrifying. I'm gonna hit you with this apple. Goodbye.
Have care.
Okay. Alright, one more. I mean, we have a button for this, right? Yeah, I love that she's just here in the fight.
Well done.
She's like, damn. That's rad. And, like, still just carrying her. Did we hit? I think we're at 19. I think we're one short. I am he. Yeah, we're at 19. One more and we get the Banishing Bell. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. This is a lot that we've done. We've saved the princess. We've dragged into quest, right? You know? We've dragged into quest. We've saved the princess. Now we have to save the realm with the power of the sun, moon, and the rain's bow bridge. We've got a whole lot more of exploring to do on the southern half of the continent of Elfgard. But that's going to be it for tonight. So, thank you all for joining. I hope you had a fun time with this. I've been absolutely loving the additions on this. The new systems, the new areas, the new characters, the old characters. All sorts of fun bits and, like, fun new things like Double Dragon Slash. So yeah, if you want to catch more, follow, subscribe, Cool Skulls, Slimes, Mole Drifters, and Mimics. If you want to catch other things, 7 Central on weekdays. Tomorrow, for instance, is Little Town Hero. A different sort of hero will be with us. So, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.